Good afternoon. How y'all doing today? Woo woo! I love it. Happy Saturday. It's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. We're kicking things off this fine Saturday with a wonderful chef. I mean, you already heard a little bit from her, but I'm going to introduce her in a moment. I'm going to start by thanking our sponsors, which include Renewal, Remodel, and Additions. They provided the kitchen you see here. It's a sexy little kitchen. I need that fridge. And Bates Technical College, which you'll see all around you. They're going to get all the juicy, good close-ups that you'll see on the screen over here, so keep your eyes open. Let's get up for them. They're our unsung heroes, guys. And all that said, let's give a warm welcome to Chef Warnessa Victorian of Hey.
Ooh, I'm hot. Ooh. You guys hear me down a little. I got a big mouth.
That's real hot.
They're going to hear me all the way across the room.
We're going to bump it down a notch,
One,
maybe.
two, one, two, one, two.
You're going to be calling people from across the Tacoma Dome coming up here.
Yeah.
Tell us what you do today, Chef.
So today I'm doing what we call falling. 1, 2. There we go. How about now? Can you guys still hear me? Okay. So what we're doing today, we're going to call it falling for apples. When you wake up early in the morning, you just want something that's good. And I'm from Washington State. I don't know where you guys are from. How many people are from Washington? How many people are from Tacoma? You're from Washington, but not Tacoma? Where are you from? Spokane? How many people are from Spokane?
Ish. We got some
Can we get a check on this mic? Thank you. Who's from Spokane? Who's from Seattle? Puyallup?
Okay.
Parkland. Where are you guys from? You guys are from, huh? Oh, Silverdale. I forgot over there. Oh, hey, Silverdale. Okay. So, yeah, today we're doing what I call falling for apples. Waking up on a Saturday morning in my house. It was always, I wanted cold cereal, but my parents are from the old school, so they believed that we should have breakfast, right? And breakfast consisted of a lot of heavy things, like normally we would eat grits and waffles and pancakes and eggs and French toast and all the heavy stuff, right? But the greatest thing that we used to have was something that we're known for, is a red apple, and my parents, when we were little, called it fried apples. Has anyone ever had fried apples?
Okay.
So fried apples. There's something that we're also known for here in the local Pacific Northwest area, and we usually eat it around that time when we start singing, do the... Oh, see, you guys still know it. Good. So who knows what is that? What is that we would normally eat? Somebody real loud.
I got a microphone, too. I'll come right over to you guys.
Around the time that we're doing the Puyallup, we're also eating things that are called scones. You're right. So I don't know how they came up with raspberry. I still have yet to find that out. But we're from Washington, and we're known for scones, but there's raspberry, but we're not known for raspberries, right? So I did a remix of all that. I took something that I grew up with, which was fried apples, and then I'm going to make what I call a butter drop biscuit, a.k.a. There you go. Y'all can talk louder. Can you guys still hear me? Because I hear my mic going up and down.
We can hear you, and I think it's at a good level right now. We're good. And if we have any questions throughout, please raise your hand. I will come over with the microphone, and Chef Ness can hear you nice and clear.
Yeah. So this is going to be real simple. You guys will have to pay attention because it's really, really easy to pick up. We're going to use some of the things that you guys all have in your house. So a good old just all-purpose baking flour. So you can use there is Bisquick. You can use Bisquick. Or you can use Jiffy, or there's Pioneer. Pioneer is a really good because it has a good fat content to it, so it works really well. I love Dairy Gold salted butter. Me and Dairy Gold should have a brand together. I don't know what we would call it, but I make everything with Dairy Gold salted butter. This vanilla extract I'm in love with. For a meal at Lizzie Lou's 2. Can anybody can tell me where I got this vanilla from? Who? Take the mic to them. Raise your hand. First person. Who knows?
Anybody? Wait,
Not Amazon.
I hear hollering. You need the microphone. We got to hear you.
Who
Anybody?
knows? Not Amazon.
Oh,
where else?
Hold on. I'm coming over.
Costco is the right answer. That is. So this is not a Kirkland brand, but they carry it there. Also, they carry Dutch chocolate there. That works really well if you're doing any baking. Then I use a fine sugar made by the Diamond Company. So the same people that make the Diamond brown sugar, they make a Diamond white sugar. That works really well. And then bring it out. What do I love? Costco, right? Kirkland brand. We know all about that. So we have all of this and just a little bit of water. And we're going to make a meal. Are you guys ready? Okay.
I love it.
So real simple. Today, for this demonstration purposes, I mean, try this at home. You know, usually they say don't try this at home. I'm going to say try this at home. I'm going to do what your mom and grandma always used to do. And guess what that is? You got it, not measure. We're just going to go ahead and pour some in here. Now, I have the oven that's already heated, and the oven is heated to 400 degrees. So you want it to be a little warm. And I forgot one thing other. Brown sugar. We need that.
Is that a light brown sugar or dark brown sugar?
That is a light brown sugar. So we're just going to put and the camera is on this so you guys can see this already?
Not yet, but we'll get there. We're seeing W.
Oh, double
like
me.
It.
Cool, hey. Now, if you were doing this at home, I would tell you to make certain that your butter is very, very cold right out the refrigerator, and you want to grate it. Grate it into the mix so that every little bite gets a little pop of butter, and it makes it so delicious. So today I'm going to do the old-fashioned little chop game and chop it. Now, at the end of this demonstration, there will be the opportunity for you to actually taste it. Anybody trust me? Oh, okay. So, and I want to give a big shout out to someone in the audience right now that I see right now. Chris, hey, how you doing, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
Tacoma Aroma. She has a cookbook coming out. So if you have social media, make sure you follow Tacoma Aroma. She's dope. She follows us around. Right now, take your phones out and follow Chris. That's my friend. Hey, Chris.
Chris is great. Did you know that Chris did a presentation on Thursday?
No. I mean, I heard she was supposed to do it, but she didn't call and tell me. So you know how friends do, you know. I was on stage. Chris, what did you make? Barbecue sauce. Okay, so make certain you follow her because she likes to give recipes. She has a cookbook coming out. So you'll be able, will they be able to get the recipe off of your Instagram? Oh, if they sign up for the mailing list. Okay.
Now see, I'm going to come up here front stage. See this little guy right here? This little piece of paper? Just come grab one. That's all. That'll get you what you need.
All right. So you see that I just did a little chop on it. I didn't make it too fine. Now the magic to this is all you need to do is we're going to take a little heavy whipping cream and we're going to fold that into it. And I'm a little nervous today, so you guys have to bear with me. I always get super nervous.
Don't be nervous. You do this all the time.
Oh, I know. I just got done doing something, and I'm still on nerve rack from that.
Running on adrenaline right now,
yes.
Chef.
All right. So you see this is incorporated, except for that big piece right there. We're just going to pour this in, just a little at a time. Now, the cool thing about this is we're going to have some extra heavy cream left. And so out of this heavy cream, I'll actually make something else that makes this really yummy. that then you can also use this for a dessert, not just for a breakfast item.
I love it. So, Chef, for those who are not familiar, tell us a little bit about Lizzie Lou's.
Oh, sure. Not a problem. So, Lizzie Lou's, we are currently located inside of Destination Harley-Davidson. So, not more than 3 minutes away from here. So, when you're driving down I-5 and you see the big Harley-Davidson sign, that's where we are, right inside of Destination Harley-Davidson. We've been there for 9 years now. June 4th of next year will be our 10-year anniversary. Hopefully you guys will come to the party, okay? So we've been there 9 years, and in there we specialize in breakfast and brunch. So we're only open right now throughout the winter time, just Wednesday through Saturday. On Sunday, you can find us at pop-ups around the city. There's been locations that have allowed us to come out and just either host an event, whether we're playing games or hanging out with them. And I go out and try to support other small businesses and other restaurants. Because the one thing I learned from COVID is we're all in this together.
Absolutely.
So just like Chris here, Chris was very instrumental in making certain that I kept in the fight during the time of COVID and that I kept going. So another shout out to Chris. I appreciate you for that. I like to butter down the pan the old-fashioned way. You see how I just open it up and rub it in? I'm a cook or a chef that cooks just like I cook at home at the restaurant. They'll tell me, well, you shouldn't do that. Well, why not? It's a clean pan, and I'm going to rub it on here like this and put a good amount on here. Now, this is a drop biscuit. So a drop biscuit is just that. Now, you can make it fancy if you wanted to, and you can roll it because you want to just get it to where it holds together. And this cooks really quickly because there's not a lot of what? Ingredients, right? So we don't have to worry about it. Now, you could also put it, I've done it before, where you just make a whole sheet pan of it, and then you can score it with a fork and cut it is also an option.
Now, I got to know, why does the fair call the scone a scone when it's a biscuit?
People ask me that I have friends that are out of town that ask me that all the time. I think she should be in charge of the answer right here, Silverdale. Silverdale, do you know? She's like, I'm from Silverdale.
She's like, no, I don't do the Puyallup.
All right. So we have 4 of these.
And those came together fast.
Very quickly. This is something that, you know, where they talk about those 30-minute meals. This could really be like 15 if I wasn't talking. I could come home, take my shoes off, wash my hands, and get in there and be like, oh, we're about to have this for dinner or breakfast or whatever. So we're going to pop this in the oven, okay? So away that goes. And while that's going, we're going to make the fried apples right here.
Love it. So how long is that going to be in the oven for?
It's going to be in the oven because just like I don't measure, I don't time. I got to
so
work
when it
on
looks
that.
done.
When it's done. And when it's done, it will be what? Who knows?
I got a microphone.
Delicious is the answer in the green shirt. It's done when it is. What did you say right here?
We're shot. Hold on, hold on.
See, that's
we
how,
can't hear.
That's how I get secrets out.
Oh, I don't know. She said when it sounds hollow.
She said when it sounds hollow. That's a real baker, so she knows what she's talking about. That's a good one. And what's another thing? When it's what?
When you get the head shake. No. Golden brown.
Golden brown.
Hey.
Yep. When it's golden brown, you just look in there because there's nothing in there, any meat or anything that we have to be wary of. And the butter throughout will warm it so it will cook quickly.
One of my favorite things here is every once in a while we ask a question and someone's like, I'm going to pick up my little tiny computer in my pocket and I'm going to find out the answer. Do you want to read us the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
What's
we're gonna get
for?
schooled a little bit about The scone.
Ooh, do tell.
The scone may derive from Middle Dutch schoenbread, which is fine white bread, or schoon, which means pure and clean. The brood is bread. Or it may derive from the Scots Gaelic term scone, meaning a shapeless mass or a large mouthful.
So I guess the biscuit, the drop biscuit, can technically be a scone.
It technically.
Now we know.
Now
I'll
we
stop
know.
judging
But
the PL Fair.
But I won't call it a scone. Why? Because the fair probably will come after me and be like, really? You know we make scones.
They're watching this live stream right now.
Please don't. Now, inside the Destination Harley-Davidson, we're known for our French toast, where we have our bread made here locally by friends. And then we make all of our syrup. So our claim to fame is we make all sauces and syrups in-house. We do not offer salt, pepper, ketchup, barbecue sauce, ranch. The only thing you can have is hot sauce. And people are like, Ness, why do you do that? It's because when you come to Lizzie Lou's, it's good food that's worth the wait. And if you are sitting there and you're waiting for the food, you're not waiting for Heinz. You're not waiting for Sweet Baby Ray's. And if I've taken the time to craft something just for you, and then you pour all that on the top of, what does it taste like? Their sauce, right? Mm-hmm. So I try to make certain that every dish is flavorful and something that you will remember when you come in. Thank you for joining us. You're the last ones, and you get to sing happy birthday to me. No, I'm just joking. I am joking.
What? You put people on the spot like that, Chef.
Okay. So we're going to warm this butter up almost like you would warm a butter up or oil up if you were frying something, right? So that's nice and melty. And then we're just going to deposit these apples in it just like this.
And you just slice those up in thin little slices.
Thin little slices, yep. And does anyone know why I don't dice them?
Any thoughts? Ooh, we got one. Coming up.
Too mushy?
Right.
They cook too fast?
They cook too fast. They'll cook down very, very fast.
Oh, we have a question, Chef.
Why did you not core the apple?
Because I'm lazy and sleepy.
Okay.
But at home you can do it. That would be the perfect way to do it, okay? But this is just like if I just woke up this morning and rolled out of bed and was making you something to eat. Is that okay?
I mean, you look real nice for being sleepy and just rolling out of bed here, Chef. Come on.
What they say, I woke up like this, right? All right. So we got some action going here. Once this is nice and coated, then I will make certain to put the sugar in there to get that going.
You got a nice little simmer going on there.
Those look really good.
Not yet, though. They're not ready.
No. Let's see. Can I have one person come join me here for a second?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any volunteers?
Any volunteers?
Don't be shy, guys. There we go.
She said, I guess
Come
I'll
on
do
up
it.
to the stage.
Right here. Can you guys give her a hand clap? Yay!
Oh, wait.
Okay.
You know I'm going to come up and get a picture. Hold on.
So
I got Instagram
all I
things,
need you
guys.
to come over here and take a look. You see how those are rising and getting nice and fluffy? Do you think they're going to be delicious? Yes. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Oh, we're on our way.
We got audience quality control,
Okay.
guys.
All right. So we got a nice little simmer going here. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. This recipe is so simple. You could teach your kids. It's something fun to make with your grandkids because it's super yummy.
Now, speaking of kids cooking, have you always been a cook, a chef? Is this part of your life since you were a wee one?
No, not at all. I used to work for a Fortune 500 company, and I traveled throughout the U.S. as a regional operations manager. And so what I would do is when I would go into different markets, I would either make banana pudding or chicken fettuccine to take into the teams to be able to kind of be as an icebreaker to talk to the teams. And then one day, I realized I woke up, I was like, my kid's graduated college, he's married, has a family of his own, and I guess he's not coming back home. I got to do something fun with my life. So I just quit, up and quit one day. I was like, I'm out of here. After I had 15 years, 5 years to retirement, and I was like, I'm going to start all over. I don't know why I did it still, but I'm having the time of my life. And I quit, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? And I was like, I'm going to buy a food truck. So I bought a food truck, not have ever worked in food service before, but food trucks were new to the area here. And in traveling, I saw lots of food trucks throughout the time that I was traveling. And here I go not measuring again. Do you guys see this? Okay. Don't do as I do. I'll give you some instructions with measurements if you really like, okay?
So we got the butter, the apples, and now we're putting in the brown sugar.
You're going to put in the brown sugar. Now, the fun thing about this is you just want it to melt a little bit. This can get tricky because brown sugar can do what? Does anyone know? Burn. Yes.
And we don't want that.
Easily burn. But the cool thing that keeps it from burning is the alcohol from the vanilla. So we're going to put a little bit of that in.
Oh, we're getting some aromas out here now. You just
guys
activated something.
Yes. Okay. So just like that, it's almost done. Just almost done.
Taking on a beautiful color there.
Now, to ensure that we get all of the warm flavor that we would like, we just have just a little sprinkle of cinnamon, because we want it to taste like the best apple cinnamon experience we've ever had. And we're going to put a little water in here.
Chef, this is a cozy dish.
It is.
It's just making me feel warm and fuzzies.
That morning where you just want to have your PJs on and hang out. Just a little water in there. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this down and let it continue to simmer on a super low simmer. You see how pretty that is?
Can we get another shot of the pretty little apples?
Very pretty, right?
There it is. Are you guys getting hungry?
Can you guys smell the butter? It's the best when you just open the oven and close it and it just hits you and you're like, yes. I should make a body wash or something that smells like warm butter. I don't know.
You'd be a millionaire, Chef.
We're going to take this leftover heavy cream. We're going to deposit, a little bit of sugar. Is that enough? Okay. Just a little bit more. That should be it, right?
That
so
feels
we're going to
good.
put a little bit of sugar in there. And then we're going to put a dash of vanilla. We don't want to put too much because it turns it brown and then it kind of looks weird, okay? And so with this, I'm going to combine it and make it so that it is a very whipped cream. And we're going to play some fancy music. She's going to sing, right?
Oh, gosh, no. Y'all would be running out of here real quick.
We have our side kitchen over here.
Look at the demo kitchens. You just never know where things are going to be, but we're just barely off stage. Pretend like it's not on that little platform. We're all right.
So over here, I'm just going to whip this on low. Can you guys still hear me over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What tool are you using there, Chef?
Huh?
What tool are you using?
I don't know. A stick?
An immersion
no,
blender?
It's an immersion blender.
Now, I mean,
She's like, you don't know the answer?
If
She looked at me in disgust. No,
Come
it's
on,
an immersion
Ness.
blender. I know that one.
but if you really wanted to, like, if you wanted to get an arm workout, you could just whip your little heart out, right? And whip and whip. Whip some more.
And just like that, it's done in less than a minute. And just like that, we're done.
Easy peasy. How your biscuits looking?
Let's take a quick look. A few more minutes.
Few more
And
minutes.
then we'll be all done. And you see how quick that is? That's why we popped the biscuits in first. I could have put the oven a little bit higher, but you never know. I usually work with a gas stove. So I know 400 on a gas stove, I'm going to have it probably about 7 to 10 minutes, and then I'm completely done. With an electric oven, and I kept opening the door because I can't see down there. You know, it changes the temperature a little bit, right? Okay, so who remembers where my location is?
Don't holler it. I'm coming with you with a
Not
mic.
these two. They ain't been answering.
That's
no,
true.
Not
Yeah,
these two.
you know.
Not these two.
Oh, I'm coming down. We got a hand. She's like, Chris can't answer.
Inside the Harley Davidson store.
You are very right. And then who knows what I specialize in? And
Anybody?
not her.
Anybody? Oh, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go over
Silverdale.
here.
Breakfast and brunch.
Breakfast and brunch. So breakfast and brunch is what I specialize in, but there's one thing that I specialize in the most. People come from far and wide to have this one particular dish. Has anyone heard about what it is? Anybody tell you guys? So I will tell you. It's called loaded shrimp and grits. So loaded shrimp and grits has a nice fluffy concoction of cheese grits topped with crab, an over easy egg, and large prongs. Well, not even large. We use colossal prongs. So if you get them from Costco, we use a U15 or a 1315 is what we usually use in our location. I do source them from a lot of different places because recently with changes after COVID, we've noticed that some of the manufacturers like to ice things down and sell it to you. So be vigilant when you're out there. Look at your meat, your frozen seafood before you pick it up, because you'll get a lot of ice in a little bitty product, right? And so we put that together and we sell lots of those daily, weekly, and monthly. Another thing that I told you guys about was our bread, our French toast. So our bread is made by France. But we also make a product called the sauce. And the sauce is our version of syrup. It has no preservatives in it. It is made fresh in-house daily, and it can only have a shelf life up to about 7 days. So we make it in very small batches so that you can enjoy it. And during fall time, holiday time, winter time, you'll be able to get it very soon. So if you take your phone out right now, and you can follow me at Lizzie Lose 2. So Lizzie _Lose_2. And then you'll know when that product is going on sale. It's great for breakfast. It's great for any time you want to have a snack. I had a customer this morning that said she wanted to put it on popcorn. And so it is a very nice experience that finishes off pancakes, waffles, French toast, anything that you want a little pop of warm, sugary, buttery goodness is what you will want to use it on.
I love it. We have a question up front here, Chef.
Do you still have your food truck?
I do. And in my food truck is predominantly used for large events. So I have been blessed enough to be at some of the best events that the Pacific Northwest has to offer. We've been at the Taste of Tacoma, the Bite of Seattle. We've been at Bacon, Eggs, and Cakes. We've been at New Orleans Food and Funk Festival, put on by the Bill Gates Foundation. We've been at Festival Sajada. We've been a lot of places. What is the one in Tacoma? I can't remember. The Tacoma Food Truck Festival? We've been there. So any large events where people are there predominantly to eat food, we would be there. We do not currently have a route where we just go on a route because I find that I want people to have the best experience. And sometimes people will say there's going to be 10,000 people and there's 100 people. And then we as a small business lose a lot of food. So I want to make smart moves that keep the prices low and economical for all of our customers.
Love that.
Guess what's happening right now?
What's happening, Chef?
It's time to go ahead and bring it on out, I think.
Oh. Are you guys feeling ready?
I didn't get a drum roll or nothing.
It sounds like there's some drums over there.
Oh,
we gotta work.
Drum roll.
We gotta work on that. Let's get a shot of those little biscuits. Oh, look at them, golden brown. We got the side shot, but I'm seeing it. There we go. We've got our yummy little apples. And now what are you doing, Chef?
So it's time to plate it up. It's just that simple.
Easy peasy.
Now what I would like, I want her right there.
Oh yeah,
you.
Oh.
Now next is Silverdale. That one, the one that kept going like this. No, these two. You. Come on. She's like, you go. Come on.
Hey, give it up. You show up to a live demonstration, you never know what's going to happen, guys.
So, come close. I promise I won't burn you. I don't want my insurance to go up, okay? All right. So, if you can just hold this right here. Is it heavy? So, it's not heavy.
It's not a dense
biscuit? It's not. It's light and fluffy. So go ahead and put that right in there. There you go. And then with that, we're going to take this. And we just put ladle on a little of the apples. Now this is where the fun comes in. Ooh, you see this? Did you hear her? She said,
Getting it up close and personal right now. Oh, yes. Look at that,
drizzle
guys.
A little of that on there. She said, oh, my. We call this now, our new name for it is sweet gravy. So, and we're going to take a little of, just a little, we want a dash or so right on top. And then,
dash of cinnamon. You could put salt on there if you really want to, but I don't know if I'd recommend it.
No. And then a nice dollop of the
get
fresh
out of
cream.
town.
Well, in a perfect world, it would stay right there. So, you can never have too much, right? There you go.
We're cooking for the holidays. We don't count calories.
No. And then just to make it look pretty, right? Because everything should look pretty now. There we go. So, what do you think? It looks delicious. Now is the time that we would have to have a taste test. Where would I find a fork in a magical
Right
one?
in a drawer. Yep, you're looking in the sweet spot
see,
there.
she knows. She said she could smell the forks. Jeez Louise. Now, what's your name?
Bonnie.
What, Bonnie? Well, hi, Bonnie. You guys say hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hey,
Your
girl.
jacket's fabulous, by the way. I just gotta
Are
say.
you going to do a fashion show, too? She said it's really old. Okay. Bonnie, I'm going to let you cut your own piece, but you have to remember other people have to taste this. So don't act like the big sister and eat it all, okay?
Gotta be
All
kind.
right.
Be kind.
You can do this, or do I need to do it? Oh, I better do it. Okay. All right.
See, the perks, I mean, technically you didn't volunteer, but the perks of accepting an invitation is you get the first bite.
Don't go anywhere. Now you guys can really see her face. So she can't lie because she's on stage.
We're all watching.
It's like you're in court. You guys, are you guys paying attention?
Got to get a little bit of everything in each bite.
She really wants this apple.
The anticipation.
Okay. Well, she said, Really good?
Really good.
Okay, you guys ready to take a bite?
All right.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Any final thoughts, Chef Ness?
Final thoughts. Final thought is, remember to always, throughout your holiday, when you're making smart decisions, a great decision always is to buy a gift certificate for a small business to put it as a stocking stuffer.
Yes.
Because that's the gift that keeps giving. When we're out here, because I'm a tiny micro business, I have no signage on the outside of my building, but because of smart individuals making smart choices throughout the seasons, throughout the year, allowing me to be part of your families for weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, funerals, engagement parties, divorce parties. I'm your girl. I'm there. So most of the time they be like, hey, Ness. I be like, what's happening? And so I can be there, and it has allowed me to be around for 9 years. So please go out and support all small businesses, all the chefs that you'll see on the lineup this week. Make certain that you follow them on social media, because even that follow that allows your friends and family to see that you're following helps us out as small businesses. So that would be my final thought. You have a question?
We have a question.
Okay.
You didn't say what time you opened.
Oh, yeah.
And closed.
So I'm open Wednesday through Saturday. Very short hours, but very cool hours, better than baker hours. 9:30 to 4. And I mean hard 4. I'm like, I'm out of there.
Don't be walking in 5 minutes before.
Okay?
All right, there you have it. Let's give Chef Ness a round of applause. Thank you so much. This is where I say line up politely. Chef Ness will give you a little nibble. Hopefully there's a little something for everyone. Thank you.
Do we have any plastics for it? Do we have plastic?
I'll tell you where to go.
Do we have plastic?